Okay. But you're saying that you have already done this, yeah? But nonetheless, let's do one thing. I'm going to ask questions from this sheet. So I want to know like what answer you have given for these questions. Okay. Halima, you there? Turn your camera on in the class.
Sir, I'm sharing the thing to Learnivio.
Okay, okay, share it. While you will be sharing it to them, na, just send a message that forward it to Sohail sir. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, my mother is sharing it.
Okay. Anyways, meanwhile, let's do one thing. Can you give some example of fungus? Give some general example of fungus.
Fungus.
Yeah.
Um. Bacteria.
How can bacteria be a fungus? No, Halima, that's a different thing, no? See, microorganisms are the organisms that we cannot see with our bare eyes. We have to take help of a microscope in order to see them. Then
Yeah.
microorganisms are classified into different groups. इन्हें हम different groups में classify करते हैं. For example, we have bacteria. Another group is fungus. Another group is alga. Then you have protozoans, and then you have virus. Getting it now? So fungus is
Yeah.
one of the group of microorganism. So question number 3, what answer you have written? You are saying that you were done with these questions. You have answered all of them. So what answer you wrote
Yeah.
in this one? Give example of kingdom fungi. What have you written in this?
I have wrote yeast.
Yeast, very good. Then you have
Sir,
puff,
how many?
puffballs,
Yeah.
mushroom,
Molds.
molds, like bread mold.
Yeah.
So these are the common examples of fungus. Okay.
Yeah.
Then question was right adaptive feature of plants living in the falling habitats. So what are the adaptive features seen in the case of the plants that are living in the desert? So what we see that they have very tiny leaves, or
Yeah.
leaves are modified into thorns. THORN, thorns are there. There's a waxy coating on the stem to avoid the loss of water. Right? Yes,
Yeah.
Ayush, how are you? Getting it. Further, we have seen that the roots of the desert plants are long in order to absorb the water, in order to have
Yeah.
better access to the water. Further, you will see that the plants that grow in the deserts, I mean to say the plants that grow in the mountainous regions, so they
Yeah.
have a shape like this right now.
Needle like.
Needle-like leaves are present. Yes,
Sir,
Ayush,
so that they can prevent water loss.
not water. Yeah, for needle-like they can prevent the loss of water. Good. And they have a cone-shaped structure so that
Yeah.
water or the ice will not accumulate
Water
on it,
can slide off
slide
easily.
down easily. Okay, na? That is something. Yes, Ayush, how are you? Then we have this question about the aquatic plants, the plants that are found in the aquatic habitat. Particularly, there are different types of plants that is found in the aquatic habitat. Okay,
Yes.
like there are plants that are fixed to the ground.
The
The above
plant.
portion is above the shoot system is above the water, but it is fixed to the ground. It is fixed to the
Yeah.
to the water bed, basically. Getting it? Then you have the floating plants. They will be floating above the water, and they are the plants that are under the water. Nonetheless, the
Yes.
question is asking about the floating plants. So floating plants, we have seen that the stomata is on the upper side of the leaf. Plus, there are air gaps inside the leaves and the stems to allow the plant to float. and they have a waxy coating on the base of the leaf so that the water does not spoil it. It does not rot. Okay. Both of you turn your cameras on in the class. Ayush, right now we are not actually doing some questions from Halima's assignment actually. Once we are done with this, in a 5 minutes, we'll be continuing with the class, okay? Then we have this question that drip tips. That is an adaptation found in the tropical rainforest. So what is the reason for this? So drip tips that are found in leaves like this is called as drip tips. So it prevents the water from accumulating on the leaf. So water can easily drip from the leaves, and that is called as drip tip, this thing. Other adaptations, we see that the bark is smooth and tall, right now, and roots will be widespread like this. And you will see that this is the root of the plants that are found in the rainforest. Then we have another question, Halima, here. How does the plant growing near the ground in tropical rainforest adapt to its habitat? So
Yes,
in the forest, there is stratification in the forest. Trees of different height will be growing in a forest. Getting it, both of you?
sir.
Yeah.
They will form a canopy.
No. I'm asking about the plants that grow close to the. The question is, how do plants growing near the ground in the tropical rainforest adapt to its habitat? So these are
sir,
the tall plants here.
They will have long leaves.
Exactly. So their leaves are broad. Right now,
Yeah.
we know that the canopy blocks most of the sunlight. So the sunlight, very less amount of sunlight will be reaching the ground. So thereby the plants that are growing close to the ground will have wide leaves. So they can catch maximum sunlight in order to do photosynthesis. That is one thing. Then you have the adaptive feature of maple tree in the temperate forest. So the maple tree, this is the image of the maple tree. Okay. So one such adaptation seen in the maple trees, now that they will be losing their leaves in the winter, right now. So if there are no leaves, so thereby loss of water will be prevented, right now. Okay. Also, if the icing of the tree will be prevented now, because when ice will accumulate on the leaves, so the plant will die. But if there are no leaves, the plant will not die. Further, it has a thick bark in order to protect it from the winter. That is one thing.
Sir,
Yes.
how will they do photosynthesis if there is no
plants at that time in the winter? Plants will not do photosynthesis. The case of the maple leaf tree, it will not be doing the photosynthesis. Then how it will survive? It would have stored the energy in the roots, in the stems earlier. When it was summer season, it would have stored the food in the different parts. That's how it will be surviving. Okay, now then how the grasses are able to survive even in the dry season? So if it's a dry season, so there are various adaptive features in this. Getting it? Like the roots of the grasses are fixed into the ground and they are very deep. Okay, na? They are deep and they fix themselves in the ground, so they can absorb water from the deep underground. Getting it, guys? So the roots are spread widely. Okay, that is one thing. Further, when you look at the wideness, when you look at the width of the grass, it is not very wide, so it avoids the loss of water, right? And that is one thing. Further, their stems are very much flexible. Okay, na? So even if it's a windy day, wind is flowing, the stems of the grasses are not going to break, basically. That is one thing. Okay, na? So this is the way how the grasses would be able to survive even in the dry condition. Then I think we had one more question, that right, how plants in polar or tundra region adapt themselves to withstand extreme cold climate conditions. Give examples for what is this? Give examples for same. So same adaptive feature will be found in that also. Getting it on? They will be having plants growing in the tundra region. They are adapted in this manner that their leaves are not very broad, right now. That is something. Further, they are not very tall plants. They will be of short height. That is one thing. So these are the way. This is the way how they will be growing. Okay, now. Also, we see that like we have examples of Arctic moss, and we have example of tundra rose, etc. That's it. Okay. You have shared the PPT with them?
Yes, sir.
Just let me check it. Yeah, Ayush, what's the update? Your exams are over, or when is it going to be?
Sir, it will be on like 10 now. Means
10th of October.
yeah.
Okay, day after tomorrow. Okay, I have received some PPT from your side. Separation of substances. Okay, so from different chapters you have got PPTs, right? Okay, okay. I will have to open it here. But you guys do one thing before we continue with your PPT. I have got some questions. Okay, now. So you guys will be doing some questions, and then we are going to continue. All right.
Yes, sir.
So these are very simple questions. Answer these questions, and then we are going to continue. Meanwhile, let me take a look at your syllabus, Ayush.
Yeah, sir, you can check.
Mhm.
Sir, first answer is
Mhm.
ice cream cone.
What do you think?
Ice cream cone.
So what is the basis of picking this out? Why is this
Sir,
different from others? Yeah.
sir, I chose that option because we only use the bag to
Mhm.
put our books and stationeries in it, and we use a pencil to write, and we eat the ice cream, so that's
Basically, ice cream is edible. Other things are not edible. Okay, no, it
yeah.
is edible. Ayush, can you tell me the names of your chapters once again? Can you tell me your science syllabus once again, Ayush? Yes, you there in the class?
Sir,
Answer the
there
next
is
question.
yeah, sir, there is one technical issue. 1 minute.
Okay, okay.
Look, okay, that I can't see.
Yeah, answer the next question, Halima.
Which of the following is not made of glass? Window, window pane, tumbler, beaker. Sir, tumbler.
Tumbler. What do you think, Ayush? Okay, he seems to be having some network issue. So that is tumbler. Okay. Next question.
Which of the following is not a property of plastic? They do not corrode. They can be molded into any shape. They are good conductor of heat and electricity. They obtained from petroleum oil. Not a property of plastic.
Not a property of
Sir,
plastic.
they they are obtained from petroleum oil.
No, no. Actually, plastics are obtained from the petroleum oil. See, first of all, let's look at the first option. Yeah, Ayush, is your issue resolved?
Yes, sir, only 1 minute. You
Okay,
can
okay.
continue. I will listen.
Okay, okay. Huh. So you can answer the calling question also. You can also answer this. Okay. Question number 11. So first thing, they do not corrode. Like you have an iron object. Iron will corrode now. Rust will form on the
Yeah.
iron. Okay. But
Yes.
have you ever seen the plastic will be reacting with the water and the air and corrosion takes place?
No.
No. So they do not corrode. Okay. This property is correct. Okay. This is the property of plastic. They can be molded into any shape. Yes. They are
Yes, they
plastic,
can.
some type of plastics. It can be melted and given a new shape. Okay. They are good conductors of heat and electricity. No,
No, they are not.
they are not good conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, na? You cannot make a wire from plastic because it is
Yeah.
a bad conductor of heat and electricity both. Okay, so question is not a property. So this is not a property, no? Getting it, guys?
Yes, sir.
But they are obtained from the petroleum oil. So when we take out the petroleum from the earth, it is not in the pure form. It's a crude oil.
Yeah.
Lots of substances are present in it, and one of the substance that can be obtained from the petroleum is the plastic. Okay, keep that in mind.
Plastic.
Water comes out of the leaves during, yes, Ayush and Halima?
Venation of flow of minerals, starch formation, transpiration. Water vapor comes out
So what
of leaves.
first one
Yes,
is transpiration. D1.
D1 you are saying. Okay, okay. What about you, Halima?
Starch formation.
How can it be the starch formation? It's transpiration, the answer which Ayush is giving. What happens here? The leaves have tiny pores in them called as stomatal pores. These are the
Yeah.
stomata present on the leaf now. And in the middle of the stomata, there are tiny openings via which the water will come out in the form of water vapor. So water vapor comes out of the leaves during transpiration. So transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor through the stomata of the leaves. That is the transpiration. Okay. The animal whose movement is usually termed creeping.
Snake.
Snake. What about you, Ayush?
Sir, same answer.
Same answer. Very good. So that is snake. Good. The lower bones of the lower arm are. Yeah. So this is a question from the body movements. The question is the lower bones of the lower arm are. Yes. When we look at the structure of the our hand, so there are different bones present in our hand now. If you were to particularly look at the structure of the arm, for example, different sets of bones are there. See, this is our hand. So there are two kind of bones present in the lower hand. Okay, this and this.
Yes.
This one is called as radius. Another one is called as ulna. Okay, now getting it, guys? And similarly, there are bones present in the upper arm also. Upper arm also, right now, and that bone present in the upper arm, this one is called as humerus. Humerus. You guys getting it? What I'm trying to say? That is the humerus. This one is the
Sir, so there
radius.
is only one bone on the upper side and two bones on the lower side.
Exactly. There is just one bone in the upper arm, and there are two bones in the lower arm. They are respectively radius and ulna. Got this, both of you?
Yes, sir.
So option number C is the correct answer. Answer the third one. Fourth one, I mean to say. Question number 6.
Which of the following techniques uses the charcoal? Sir,
Sir,
weaving.
Okay, what about you?
I didn't get the question okay clearly.
Okay, okay.
I didn't
You know,
understand the question.
okay, let me explain. You know, Gandhi ji used to have a spinning wheel,
Yeah.
yeah, out of which he used to make his clothes. Right now, you
Yeah,
have seen this. Like it
yeah.
was a structure like this. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
that was called as the spinning wheel. Okay, na? And the thread was connected like this here. So that was the spinning wheel. Spinning wheel, and in
Wheel.
Hindi it is called as charkha. Charkha. That's the Hindi name for spinning wheel. Getting it now? So the
Yeah.
question
Yes,
is,
sir.
which of the following technique uses the device known as charkha? Is it weaving, spinning, combing, or ginning?
So it's spinning.
Spinning wheel. Getting it?
Okay.
Yeah, sir.
So that is the case. Okay. Now in this question, you guys. By the way, Ayush, I was asking for your syllabus. Actually, I had written it somewhere, but I couldn't find that diary. Can you tell me once again?
Yeah, sir. Sure.
Component of food was there, as I can recall.
Component of food, getting to know plants, motion and the measurement, and the okay sorting of material and electric circuits.
Sorting of materials and electric circuit. Okay,
And
okay.
a component, I will tell one more time, sir. Component of food, getting
Hmm.
to know plant,
Hmm.
motion and measurement of motion and measurement,
Hmm.
and then sorting of material and electricity and circulate.
Okay, okay. Since you are having your exam day after tomorrow, so
Yeah,
today we will do one thing, na Halima. We'll be practicing questions from these chapters. Okay, now that worksheet which you have given, Halima. Your exam is on this time in your exam, right?
Yeah, sir.
Uh,
17.
so today we are going to be discussing questions from these chapters. Okay. In the
Okay.
next class, we'll be taking up that.
sir.
Okay. Uh, you guys answer this question. Question number 8. These questions are also related from your chapters. Okay, now.
Okay, sir.
Select the part which is made up. Sir, part 2.
What about you?
Sir,
Same
part
answer.
2.
Part 2. Good.
Actually,
What happens when we add chalk powder in water?
Uh,
chalk powder
Sir,
means chalk
chalk
powder.
powder does not dissolve in water.
Okay. What about you?
Yes, sir.
So it
Means
does
it is
not.
insoluble. It is
Exactly.
insoluble.
It is insoluble and it will settle at the bottom of the
Yes.
glass. Right now.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Next.
A piece of iron rod is used to measure length and distance in dash objects. Straight objects.
What
Straight,
about
sir.
you? Straight object. Good.
Yes, straight.
Okay, that's it. Let's do some questions uh, from the different chapters which is there. So we earlier had already discussed some of the questions from components of food. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I had taken some question from this chapter especially for you. Okay, now earlier like you were absent in that class, but I had taken these questions for you. Okay. So you can answer these questions. Ayush, okay? And Halima, you
Yes,
will
sir.
be answering questions. So this is not in your in your syllabus, okay? Now, so you'll be answering different questions, okay?
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Hmm. So Halima, you tell me, what are the two poles of a magnet?
Sir, there are two north pole and the south pole.
Okay. Yes, Ayush, you answer the first question. What is the unit of electric current? Yeah.
1
What is
minute,
the
sir.
Mhm. And where the magnetic strength of a magnet is maximum, Halima?
On the opposite poles.
On the opposite pole. Okay, good.
Sir, first one is answer. B1.
Option number B. Very good.
Yeah.
That is ampere. Next, a closed circuit allows electricity to flow through it. Is it true or false statement? Yeah.
False, sir.
Hmm. Okay. No, how is it false? It's true now. A closed circuit allows the electric current to pass through it.
How, sir?
Let me just explain. Say, for example, there is a cell and you have connected it to some wires, and that wire has been connected to a switch. Okay, let's say that this is a switch. And then next we have connected it to a bulb. So now in this case, the bulb is glowing. Why is it so? Because the circuit is closed. It is not open from anywhere. Right now the switch is on. If the switch is on, then it's a complete circuit. Or if the wire is not broken from somewhere. Okay, right now. So this is a closed circuit. Right now, when the switch is on, then it is said to be a closed circuit. So in
Okay,
this,
sir.
the electricity will be flowing through it. But let's say if I were to cut the wire from here, if the wire is cut from here, so now it's an open circuit. So if it is the open circuit, you guys tell me, will the current flow in it? Current will not flow in the open circuit. Okay, now how the current from this cell is supposed to reach the wire or reach the bulb if it is open from here? So current flows in the closed circuit. So a closed circuit allows electricity to flow through it. Okay. Meanwhile, Halima, you have this question. You tell me the difference between the sieving and sedimentation.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the difference between sieving and sedimentation?
Sir, sir, sieving.
Hmm.
Sir, I wrote the definition and then I wrote the principle of it.
Just tell me the difference. What's the differences?
Sir, sieving is a method where a mixture is passed through a porous material. Smaller component go through the sieve while larger component remains on it. And then for the sedimentation, it is a process of heavier insoluble particles at the bottom of a liquid, which is called sedimentation. The heavier insoluble particles that settle down at the bottom of the liquid is called sediments.
And the water that accumulates above it is called?
Is called
Recall it.
sediment.
In the process of sedimentation, you get sediment, right?
Yeah.
And what about the water, the clear water that accumulates above it? Try to recall this. Meanwhile, Ayush, you answer the next question. What is the purpose of a switch in an electric circuit?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Only 1 minute. I'm just okay.
Okay. Take your time. Yes, Halima.
Uh,
So this here is your sediment.
yes, sir.
And here we have the clear water. Here you are left with the clear water. Getting it? Okay, na? So that is one thing. So you're left with the clear water and the impure substance has settled at the bottom. Got this? No, so that is the
Yes.
thing. Okay. Okay. Ayush, what's the answer for this question?
What is the purpose of switch in electric current? To
Electric
make it
circuit.
easy.
Electric circuit.
Electric circuit, to make it easy to open or close the electric current, turning to flow of electricity on or off.
Basically, you can allow the electric current to pass through, or you can stop the electric current to flow in the
Yes, sir.
circuit, right? No, but if it is on, the current will be flowing. If it then it is a closed circuit and the current will be flowing. If it is off, then it is open circuit in which current will not be
Yeah.
flowing. That is one thing. In a circuit, what is used to provide electrical energy to the component? What is being used in the circuit to provide energy?
Electricity, sir.
No. In a circuit, what is being used to provide electrical energy to the given component here? Like the bulb is an electrical component. From
Yes,
where
sir.
are you getting the energy to turn on the bulb?
From switch.
Not from the switch. No. To run this bulb, you are getting the energy from the cell now, from the cell
Yeah.
or the battery now. Getting it, guys?
Okay. Yeah.
So that is the thing. Okay. Okay. We will start doing questions from the chapter components of food first of all. Okay, now? Both of you turn your cameras on in the class.
Yes.
In the chapter components of food, we have learned various things in that chapter, right? So first of all,
Yes.
you guys tell me what are the names of different components present in the food?
Sir, vitamin, mineral, carbohydrate,
Roughage, protein, fat,
Okay, protein, fat, good.
protein, fat, carbohydrate, vitamin, mineral,
Hmm.
roughage and water.
Mhm. Okay, you guys will be answering one after another. All right, now that is one thing.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now say if I were to give an example that say I'm only going to write the option. Okay, now because if I were to write the whole question, it will take too much of time. Say you have carbohydrate, you have fat, you have protein, and then the last one is water. Out of these, which one is not a nutrient? Which of the following is not a nutrient?
Sir, what is a D1?
Repeat again. What are you saying?
Sir, who me?
Uh-huh.
Sir, what you written on that D1? I can't read properly.
That is
It is
water. Water.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So
So
my
the
question.
answer is water.
Right now, water does not provide
Water.
you with any energy. Okay, no. So
Yeah.
it is not a nutrient. Getting it now, that is one thing. Okay.
Yes.
I am going to give some examples here. Like, take the same example here. Take this carbohydrate, fat, protein, and water. Okay. So when I will be dropping some iodine solution on these different components, in which one I will see the color will be turning to blue black? If I were to take some iodine drops, okay, now I have taken some iodine, and if I were to drop it on carbohydrate, fat, protein, and water, in which one I will see the color will be changing to blue black?
So protein.
Sir, protein.
How is it going to be protein, guys? We know carbohydrate. There are different type of carbohydrate. Like you have glucose. Glucose is an example of a carbohydrate. Starch is an example of carbohydrate. Now, so basically,
Yes, sir.
I am going to drop it. For example, I have dropped some iodine on the starch. Then its color changes to blue black. Now,
Yeah.
got this?
Okay, sir.
Okay. You guys tell me that due to the deficiency of iron, which disease is caused?
Deficiency of iron.
Yeah. Due to the deficiency of which disease is caused? Would like to have options?
Okay, sir.
Is it beriberi? Is it anemia? Is it rickets? Or is it goiter?
Sir, B1. B1.
B1 you're saying.
Yeah.
Halima, you also same?
No, rickets.
No, actually it's anemia actually, Halima. Okay, na? I know like this portion is not for you. This portion has been deleted for you, right now, Halima?
Yes.
Okay, no issue. Okay, answer some more questions from the chapter. If I were to say that rice is a very good source of protein, will the statement be correct or false?
Yeah, true. Yes, sir.
Rice is a good source of protein.
No,
No,
it
sir.
is
False.
false.
It is
It
false.
is good source of carbohydrates.
Very good. If I were to say that meat is a good source of dietary fiber or roughage, will I be true or false?
False.
What do you guys understand by balanced diet? One by one, you guys will be explaining the concept of the balanced diet.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Balanced diet. Okay. Okay. Balanced diet means okay. First thing is okay. Balanced diets contain the nutrients like carbohydrate, protein, fat, water, roughage,
In
protein, fat. Okay, in the proper proportion are called the balanced diet.
Very good. Halima?
Sir, balanced diet is the diet that provides the body with all the important essential nutrients in order to function properly. Sir, examples of balanced diet that we should include fresh vegetables and fruits, whole grain, protein, legumes and nuts, etc.
Well done, well done. So basically a diet that will provide your body with all the essential nutrients in the right amount. It should be in the right amount. Okay, now that is one thing. So you should be including healthy vegetables and fruits, nuts, different kind of leguminous foods, whole grains in your diet. Okay, now. Okay. Further, you guys tell me that why are we often advised not to eat too much of fat-rich foods? Why are we advised not to eat the food that is rich in fat? Yes, Halima and Ayush. Why are we advised not to eat the food that is rich in fat?
Sir,
Mhm.
that we are not supposed, like, we are advised not to eat food rich in fat, because it can increase the risk of heart disease,
Mhm. And
and it can lead to obesity also sometimes.
obesity also, exactly. Okay, na? And
Fat cannot be broken down easily also.
good. And the fat will be accumulating in between the
Sir,
different
and
organs.
also it can damage our arteries,
It can damage the arteries also.
and it can damage our arteries, and there is a high chance of heart disease.
Very good. Ayush, what about you? You agree with the answer?
Oh yeah, okay, sir. Like fat is like it is give us more energy than carbohydrates.
That is true.
Yeah, but we want to eat the like fat in like okay,
Mhm.
not okay daily. Like sometime we want to eat the fat.
Mhm.
We will eat. Oh, we will eat daily. Like we will eat fat daily. Like it will cause like obesity. Obesity means when the person okay eat too much fat rich food, he or she puts so much fat okay weight this condition is called obesity.
Very good.
Okay, and it causes the heart diseases.
Hmm. So basically, the problems which you guys have mentioned, it could be the heart disease. Basically, why there's a heart disease? Because the cholesterol increases. The bad cholesterol level in the blood increases. Okay, now?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
I did not understand the meaning of cholesterol.
Okay, let me explain this. By the way, you guys know that fat can be obtained from the plant-based food and from the animal-based food also, right now? So there are
Yes,
two types of fat. One is the saturated fat that is present in the animal's meat, saturated
yeah,
fat, and that is bad for the
saturated,
body.
and there is one more unsaturated fat which is
Unsaturated
from
fat.
the plants.
Exactly. Like mustard oil, sunflower oil,
Yeah,
they also contain fat, but they are less harmful as compared to the
yes,
fat
answer.
that is present in the meat. Getting it, guys? Both of you?
Okay, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
consuming the food that is rich in that is rich in fat will lead to increase in the level of cholesterol level in the blood. That will increase the risk of the person suffering from heart disease. Right now, further the weight is also going to increase. That is one thing. Okay. Talking about cholesterol. So cholesterol is basically it's a fat substance that is present in the blood. Okay, now it's a fat-like substance that we will get from the food. Okay, now it's kind of a waxy fat-like substance, fat-like particle present in our blood. It in some amount it is good for our health. Like our body will be requiring the cholesterol for various functions. Right now, like it helps in digestion of the food also. It helps us to digest the food, but sometimes it can lead to the blood clotting also. Like clot can develop inside the blood. Say that this is the blood. So sometimes a clot can develop, like there can be a clot like this. So this will be basically the cholesterol. So cholesterol can sometimes develop blood clot, because of which the person can suffer from a heart stroke or called as heart attack. Okay, no. So that is one thing. Okay. Now you guys tell me that how will you detect the presence of fat in the food? It's a very simple activity to do this. Yes.
What, sir? Can you repeat?
How will you detect the presence of fat in the food?
Like experiment.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
Sir, only 1 minute I am remembering.
Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I know.
Yeah.
sir, you are supposed to keep, like, take a filter paper, and then you can, like, take a nut, or like almond, you can check, and then you just make it into pieces, and then you can, like, put it in the translucent paper, filter paper or this. Then you just put that in the under the sunlight, and then it shows the presence of fat in the food sample.
Okay. Ayush, what about you?
Okay, you will take any type of food which is okay, and take a paper and you put that food on that paper.
Hold on
Okay,
1 minute. We can't take any kind of food. We should take the food that is rich in fat. That is
okay.
oily. That should be
Means
oily.
like
Okay.
okay, it will be oily. When we will see a dark patches, it means it is presence of fat.
Hmm. So we are going to take a piece of paper, and in that paper we are going to wrap the food item, and we are going to crush
Yeah.
it. Remove the food,
Yes.
and you will see there's a patch on it. Okay, no? And
Oily
when you
fat.
oil patch basically, and when you hold a torchlight on this, it will allow the light to pass through it. So basically, it
Yeah.
becomes
So that
translucent.
allowing of light is like the presence of fat in it.
Exactly. Okay, no? It
Sir,
shows the
and
presence of fat.
fats are soluble in their fats are not soluble in water. They are soluble in alcohol.
Yeah, they are soluble. Like they are some of the they are soluble in vitamins as well. Getting it? No?
Yeah.
There are some vitamins. I mean to say some vitamins that are soluble in the fat. Some of the vitamins that we consume, they are soluble in the fat. So some amount of fat is good for the body. So that your body
Yeah.
can absorb the vitamins, you need some fat. But the extra amount of fat will lead to some problem. Okay.
Sir, you need fats like almond and nuts.
Exactly. Okay, no?
Those
Now,
are fat which is very healthy for you. They're
exactly.
supposed to eat them.
Okay, so in this one, now you guys will be required to identify this method. By the way, Ayush, you don't have separation of substances, no? You don't have that chapter.
Yeah,
So,
sir.
particularly, Halima, you answer this. What is this process?
Sir, this process is called as no wait, not distillation.
Mhm.
Separating funnel.
What is okay? I'm asking about the whole procedure here. What is being
Hmm.
shown in this method?
Sir,
Hmm.
separating funnel. Sir, the mixture of immiscible liquids sir,
1
what did
minute.
you wrote?
I have written here. You have to identify this. You have kerosene oil. You have this water, and here the water is dripping here. Water is dripping here. Haven't we learned about decantation? Yeah.
Yes.
Haven't we learned about decantation? So this is the method of
Sir, this
decantation
is
that is being
not
used to separate
sir,
kerosene and water. Yeah.
sir, my teacher told that this is the like a separating funnel, like the method of separating.
Okay. The thing here is now like separating funnel is the device that is being used here. Like this structure that you see here, that is being called a separating funnel, right now. So
Yeah.
that the name of this structure is separating funnel. That is true. That is separating funnel. But the method is decantation.
Oh, okay. Method is different.
Method is decantation. Getting it?
Sir, is this answer correct of mine?
Which
This
answer?
process, the one which I'm reading.
Mhm.
This process is called separating funnel. The mixture of immiscible liquids like petrol and water is placed in a separating funnel.
Mm.
The funnel is allowed to stand, letting the two liquids settle into two layers.
Mm.
The denser liquid, which is water, is tapped out from the bottom, while the less denser liquid, which is petrol, stays above. The, sep-
Mm.
the separated liquids are collected in different containers for further use.
Very good. That is the way. But the method is decantation. So that is the decantation in separating funnel. What is it? It is decantation being done using a separating funnel. Remember, we have the case of sedimentation right now.
Yeah.
So in the case of sedimentation, when the sediment is allowed to settle at the bottom, so now you want to separate the clear liquid from this. Now you have to separate the clear water from this. So you will simply pour it on empty container. You're going to simply pour it
Yeah.
like this.
Well, by settling the without disturbing the.
So basically the water will pour from here and it will accumulate in this. That is also called as a decantation. And here you are, like in this case, you are separating the immiscible substance from the water. You are
Yeah.
separating the insoluble substance from the water. And here there are two immiscible liquids. Both of them are liquid. One of them here is the solid particle, like the mud. Basically, these are the sand particles, sand and silt particles. Here you have two liquids which we are separating using a separating funnel, which has
Sir,
a
so
stopper here.
separating funnel is only used for only for two liquids,
Two
not
liquids which are
solid and liquid.
immiscible. Yeah, not for the
Yes.
solids. Okay. Then we have some question from the sorting materials into groups. Okay. So you guys tell me, the metals, are they shiny? Are they shiny? True or false?
Yes, they are
Yes, sir. True.
Okay. What about conduction of heat and electricity?
false.
Metals are not conductors of heat and electricity.
Wait, oh, metals. Okay, true.
Sir, I didn't got the question so clearly.
The second question is, the metals, are they good conductors of heat and electricity? Do they conduct
Okay.
heat and electricity?
True.
Yes, sir.
That
True.
is true, no? Good.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay. Now you guys tell me the substances. Question is, substances which completely disappears in water. What do we call them? Which completely
Soluble.
disappears in
Sorry.
water.
Soluble in water.
Soluble. Very good. Okay, na? Okay. You guys tell me. I'm going to give some examples. Okay, na? Like you have
Okay, sir.
kerosene. Say you have coconut oil.
Sir, kerosene is kerosene oil only, right?
Kerosene oil, basically.
Okay.
We have mustard oil, and then you have lemon juice. Out of these, which one will be soluble in water?
Soluble in water.
Hmm.
Sir,
can you repeat the
lemon
question?
juice.
What about you, Aish?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Which one of these is soluble in water?
Like,
Kerosene oil, coconut
Sir,
oil, mustard oil, and lemon juice.
yeah, lemon
can I
juice.
explain?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, it is lemon juice because when we look at these three, like kerosene oil, mustard oil, and sir, can you just go back?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Kerosene oil, coconut oil, and mustard oil, they all are insoluble in water as it doesn't dissolve, okay? And they just float on water as they are less dense. So
Very good.
lemon juice is the answer.
Okay. So you guys are now going to unscramble these words. Okay, I'm going to provide some words. You will be required to unscramble. Okay. So say you have T, C. Let me use a different color.
What is the sir meaning of unscramble?
Unscramble, basically, like, say for example, I have written like, for example, moon is, let's say I'm going to write it like this, MNOO. So you have to guess it, like how we can get the moon back from this letter. Okay, now we have to basically unscramble it. Like you have scrambled it here. I have scrambled the letters of the word. Now you're going to unscramble it. So it will be again moon. Getting it now? So
Sir,
that,
can I leave the meeting?
okay, your test is
Sir,
about
I'm
to start.
getting. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Allah Hafiz, sir.
Yeah, that is. So say I'm going to give some word, and the words are going to be from the chapter sorting materials into group. Okay, na? Getting it? So TCENLSTRNAU. Can you unscramble this word? Say you have ESUBOLSNIL. That is E. Okay, now? Or
Okay.
say you have TNETNARRPSA. Okay. So these are some of the words. Unscramble them.
Okay. Like third one is transpiration.
Repeat again.
Third one,
Mm-hmm.
it is like transpiration.
No. How is it transpiration? Is I here in transpiration? The letter I is found. Is I here? No.
Okay,
Think.
sir, only one.
Mhm.
Mm. Sir, second one is soluble.
Second was insoluble. Very good. Yes.
Sir, only okay. 2 minutes. I'm just okay.
Okay. Think about it. Like we know that there are different objects. Like we have learned that there are some objects which will allow 100% of light to pass through it. There are some objects which allows only partial amount of light to pass through it, and there are some object which does not allow light to pass through it at all. Getting the idea? I have given you a hint here, Ayush.
Okay, sir, okay.
Like
Maybe.
mhm.
Okay, sir. You can continue, sir.
Like a clear water, it allows 100% of light to pass through it. Huh? Or you have butter paper, it only allows some amount of light to pass through it. So what do we call the clear water? On the basis of this, how much of light it is allowing to pass, what do we call it transparent? What do we call the clear water? We call this transparent now. An
Yes, sir.
object that allows all the light to pass through it. Huh? So transparent. TRANSPARENT. Can't we form this letter from this word from this?
Okay, sir.
So that is transparent. Got this now? Now can you guess the
Yeah, sir.
first letter? First one here. I think by now you'd be able to guess it.
Yeah, sir. Only 1 minute. I'm just okay. Reading
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Sir, it is translucent.
Translucent. Well done. That is translucent. Okay. Now I have one question to you. Like we know that stone sinks in the water. The question is why stone sinks in water?
Sir, okay. This question I don't have in my whole notes. They didn't explain me what is okay.
Okay. Anyways, let me explain this to you. Okay, now see, objects that floats on the water usually have a less density. The
Oh,
objects that are going to float on the water, they are having a less density. That's why they float on it. Huh? For example, ice floats in the water. Why does the ice float in water? Ice is a solid object now, but despite that, it floats in the water. Have you seen the ice sinks in the water?
yeah, sir, it fruits.
It floats now. Why? Because ice is less denser as compared to the water. The ships also float on the water. Why? Because it is less denser than the water. But there are some
Oh,
objects, like there's a giant ship that floats on the water, but when you throw a small piece of a stone in the water, it sinks. Why? Because of its more density. It is more dense. So density basically tells you how heavy an object relative to its size. How heavy an object is in relation to its size. Getting my point? What I'm trying to say?
yeah, sir. Yeah.
That is the case. Okay, no. Okay. Also answer to me. What are the different ways, on what basis we separate the different substances?
Yeah, sir, can you repeat the question one more time?
I mean to say that on what basis different materials are sorted?
Okay.
How can
In
we
your
group the different materials? On the basis of which properties materials can be sorted into different groups? Let me write the question. On which basis the materials are sorted into different groups? Let me give one example to you. Okay.
okay, sir.
Say for example, you have gold. All right, you have gold, you have wood, okay. Let's say you have sugar, you have liquid, you have air, okay, and let's say you have iron. So on what basis you will be separating these into different groups? The first criteria could be the appearance, whether the object is shiny or whether it is having a dull appearance. So which objects are shiny? Gold,
Like it is gold, iron.
golden iron, very good. So on that basis we can separate it. So one of the basis is the luster. Luster basically means shiny. Getting it
Yes,
now?
it's a shining object. Yeah.
Hmm. Then another thing is we can classify it on the basis of solubility. Which one of them is soluble in water?
Like liquid.
Like liquid here, like sugar is soluble in water, no?
Yeah, yeah,
Sugar. But gold and iron is not soluble in water. Wood, air,
yeah.
okay, no? So on that basis we can separate them. On the basis of hardness also we can separate them. Objects like gold, iron, they're hard usually, right now. So one
Yeah,
property
sir.
is on the basis of the hardness also. Can you think of some other properties, other basis of grouping them into different groups?
Okay, sir.
Mhm. Ayush, what about the conduction of electricity? There are some objects which are conductors of electricity. Out of these, which one will be conducting electricity?
Sir, I didn't get your point.
My question is, on the basis of conduction of electricity also we can separate them into groups, like gold and iron, they are good conductors of electricity, isn't it?
Okay.
Getting my point now or not?
Yeah, I'm getting.
So on the basis of conduction of heat and electricity we can separate them. That is one such basis. Further,
Oh,
on the basis of attraction to magnets also we can separate them. Which one of them are magnetic objects? There's only one, and that is
that is like iron.
iron, no? So on the basis of attraction towards magnet we can separate them. Got my point, no?
Yes, sir.
That is one thing. On the basis of transparency also we can separate them. Which objects here are transparent? There's only
Transparent, like,
hmm, I can
yes, sir,
give you a
you
hint.
can cut.
There's only two objects in the given list that is transparent, which will allow all the light to pass through it. Take for example
Like,
liquid. Let's say we have clear water in this
like air.
air, right now, and if it's a clear water, so that is
Yes,
the
sir.
case. Okay, no. So that's it for
Yes.
today. Your exam is